Manotia Seraphim Ranger, Volume 1, The Soul Reaper. Written by Richard Meroving. Narrated by Matt Weisgerber. After all that, Neil stared at Manny's tie, then said, "I know what Santa's bringing you for Christmas." Manny looked down and picked up the tie, then held it up to see it closer. "Why are you so concerned with my tie? This is a great tie." "If you say so. I've seen better ties at a crime scene. And that Ranger badge, where on earth did you find that? Did you steal it from the Ranger Museum?" "This badge and me go way back. It's been in the family forever." "Oh, well, I didn't know that," said Neil in his best Seth Rogen. "Do you have any comebacks that aren't from a movie?" asked Manny, just as 2 huge plates of chicken fried steak were placed in front of them. "Here's your ketchup and your ticket. Y'all enjoy." "Yes, ma'am, thank you." "You all are welcome," said Nancy the waitress, looking cutesy at Manny. Neil, taking notice, waited for her to leave, then, as he shook salt all over his food, said, "I think she's sweet on you." Manny, smacking the bottom of the ketchup, replied, "I am so thankful you care so much about my tie and my love life. I can't wait to find what else I have you can make fun of." They both laughed, thanked the Lord for their meal, then dug in. After the meal, they left a great tip for Nancy and 2 business cards. On the way back to the DPS station, Manny grabbed his case and pulled out the file he had put in there earlier. "Is that what I think it is?" asked Neil, pulling down his aviators. "It is, if by that you mean the Soul Reaper case," said Manny, as he licked his thumb and began perusing the pages. "It's getting thicker every time I see it," said Neil as he accelerated onto the freeway. "It's not supposed to leave the office, just in case you were wondering," he continued once at speed. "I know. Sometimes I take the stapler home just for the thrill of it. We're heading back to the office, don't worry about it," he said sarcastically, and a little irritated Neil had so many bones to pick at. "All right, no need to get testy. Have you come across something that might break the case?" said Neil, with his foot in the typical accelerator position for most law enforcement officials, nailed to the floor. "I don't know, maybe," mumbled Manny, holding the photos in different perspectives. Manny muttered, as Neil pulled off the freeway and headed right to the station parking garage. Back on their work floor, Manny was met at his desk by Captain Dale Merle, who was rifling through all the trash on Manny's desk. "Ranger Williams, is this your mess? It's on your desk, it must be. Did you know there is a trash can less than 2 feet from where you sit? You must. It would be a practical impossibility to avoid the trash can, as it sits right here next to the front left leg of your desk. You literally have to step around it to sit down. Do you have an aversion to your trash can? If so, we have a psychiatrist available on the 4th floor. I suggest you see her before you become incapable of finding the restroom. Now clean off your desk. Act like you give a damn about your work area, Ranger." Neil and Manny just stared and blinked at the captain, who was acting outside of his normal demeanor. Then Manny spoke up. "Okay, sir. It won't happen again." The captain stepped back and watched Manny shove the trash into the trash can. "While I'm here, do either of you 2 know where I might find the Reaper case file? It's not in its usual hiding place in the file cabinet. You know, where files go?" Neil shrugged his shoulders, and Manny turned to the captain, took a deep breath through his nostrils, and said, "I will take a look. I bet it just got stuck in the wrong place. Happens all the time." Captain Merle folded his arms and looked down his nose at them both. "I'll be in my office. If you find it, bring it to me ASAP." "Yes, sir, right away." "Has there been another incident?" asked Neil. "Yes, Fitzhugh, there has. Now find that file." "Sir, and, sorry about the desk," piped in Manny. The captain shook his head and walked back into his office, then slammed the door. The entire floor went silent for a moment, then right back to work. Manny and Neil stared at each other. Then Neil said, "You owe me." "Well, that's true, Neil. However, I could just go to the captain and fess up. Then you'd be a liar." "I still owe you?" Neil sighed, then looked down into the trash can. "Nah, I reckon not." "Hey, is that my cup?"